Hey, welcome to my channel. Today I want to answer the question why men always come back and what you should do about it. Ready, set, let's get it. So one of the biggest reasons why guys tend to always come back after being with a woman is because of convenience. When you think about it, he reflects about the good times that you guys had, the laughter, the playing around, and really just thinking about, oh man, we had some good times and she was pretty cool, you know, mine. And they kind of block out their mind all the things that didn't go right or why they broke up the relationship, or maybe you broke up the relationship, and they just kind of focus on the good thing and they want to rekindle that. They want to get those emotional benefits and those emotional highs and those sexual highs again. That's oftentimes why. And it may be emotional, sexual, or somewhere in between, but that's one of the main reasons. Another reason could be he could be coming back to see if you're still available, if you're still in the market. What are you doing? Are you still kind of like in the same position and same posture? Are you dating anybody? They're kind of doing a temperature check to see, oh, she's still available. Oh, nothing's popping with her. She's still in the market. Okay, let me see what else is out here. And the third and final reason is that he also can be checking in to see if you have matured or developed, or see if perhaps the things that he didn't like about you, if you have been able to correct or rectify. Which takes me right into what you should do about it, and even why does that happen? The question that you really should be asking is not so much why he comes back, but you really need to ask, why did he leave, or why did you leave before, right? I'm a strong believer that, you know, once you make your mind up about something, or whatever that first instinct is the right instinct, and you need to follow that. So if he didn't choose you at that moment, that meant that at that time he didn't feel that you were the one. And to then come back and boomerang makes me beg to question if there was somebody else that he felt like was a better fit for him, that perhaps for whatever reason didn't work out, and then he's coming to you as a secondary option or plan B, which absolutely nobody wants to feel like I'm the backup plan, right? So be very careful. I would caution you against going back around the second time around, because there's a reason that the relationship ended in the first place. And even if you were the person that ended the relationship, why did you end it? What was it about him that you did not like? What was it about the relationship that you did not like? The truth of the matter is, I'm not going to say that people don't change, because people can change according to the word of God. It talks about that, right? In Romans 12, 1 and 2, 1 talks about being a living sacrifice for God. 2 talks about renewing your mind so you can transform your life. But it is a process. It takes time, and it is done through a strong pursuit of the things and will of God. And a lot of times when women, you know, you're expecting him to change, and it's by his own will and not through the power of God or his power of submitting to God. And even if he is pursuing and submitting to God, I'm not saying that you should wait for him, because the renewing of the mind can take years. That word has ing, meaning it's an always evolving process. And a lot of times people settle more into who they are and resist the change, if I can just be honest. So what I say you should do about it, you should absolutely be careful. I caution you against that, because when a man meets a woman that he wants to be with and feel like that's his wife, he usually pursues that full-fledged. Now, there is some cases, and I must give a disclaimer about this, where it may be 10, 20 years later, a type of situation where, you know, you guys dated in high school, or you dated in college, you were both really young, you liked each other, you know, didn't really want to manifest or move into a relationship or marriage at that time. But now 10 years later, you're now mature, you're now ready to get married and ready to settle down. That's two different things. The first case, when somebody boomerang back after 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, that's really not much time to change. But when you talk about 5 or 10 years, where at one case the man may have not been ready for marriage, you know, it doesn't matter really what a woman do. If a man is not ready to get married, he's not gonna marry at that time. But I will say, if a man, you meet a guy in his perfect relationship and he's not ready for marriage, if and when he decides to get married and you're still available, he'll come get you. Period. Dot. But you're not going to wait for that, because it could be 18 years. I know my sister, she wasn't, her then boyfriend wasn't ready for marriage. She wanted to get married. He came back 8 years later. Thankfully, she wasn't waiting for him all those 8 years, because that would be a long time. And I've seen other people who've gotten together after 15 to 20 years. So there needs to be a distinction between the short term and the long term. And also ask the motivation of, ask the question, hey, what made you decide to hit me up? And another question I always like to ask is, what is your intentions now in a dating relationship with a woman at this time? So anyway, that's my ammo for your question, or for what you're asking. Be sure to email me and send me questions that you want me to respond to here on the channel at info@jillbullock.com, and I'll be picking a question, and I'd like to respond to your topic, your question, to support you in this journey. So until next time, be blessed.